can say right now. We're live on my page.
I'd like to say one other thing. A new elephant, female elephant, has come into this zoo. There are now 4 elephants. To free Billy and send him to a sanctuary does not mean that people can't see elephants here. There will be elephants here still, unfortunately. So let's free Billy. Bull elephants, in particular, suffer terribly in zoos in captivity. He has a sanctuary to go to. Please help him. Thank you.
Thank you, Patty.
Sure, thank you.
We need to figure out how to free Billy. We've evolved. Let the animals evolve too. We need to let the animals be free. This is not acceptable. Billy, the male elephant who's all by himself, we need to figure out how to let this animal free, this beautiful wild
Free Billy!
Billy. He's not wild anymore, and his mother was killed in captivity, and they took Billy. He didn't want to come here. He doesn't want to be caged by himself alone. We don't like that either. Elephants are just like us. They're sentient. They want to be in families. This is my friend. She loves elephants. Look at all of her elephants. Look at her tattoo. She even has a freaking elephant tattoo. This is her first time coming to anything like this, and she's all about saving the animals and the elephants because she loves elephants.
Thank you
She loves-
guys
What do you
so
love
much
about
for being
elephants?
here.
What do you love about elephants? Tell her what you love about
They're
elephants.
smart, great animals. I love everything about elephants. I can't think of any one thing right now. I love elephants.
And where can people elephants see? Like in the wild? Are there sanctuaries in this area? Do you know?
Yes.
In this?
Apparently there are sanctuaries. I think Shambhala is one of the sanctuaries that has an elephant that was in captivity. But they're raising money for a place for Billy to go right now. So that's exciting. So with Free Billy will have a place to go. There will be a sanctuary here. I believe it's in California. But not only that, it's about that there are a lot of sanctuaries that are helping with the animals being rescued from captivity, that have been in captivity and that have been released, and they're living wonderful lives out roaming where they should be. So we free, we'll figure it out. So I know that they're working on it right now to raise money for Billy so that he has a safe place to go. So
Wonderful. Thank
for
you.
sure. Yeah. Thank you. Free Billy.
Help Free Billy, he's a lonely elephant.
People are scared of the truth.
What do you say about this protest and
People are
about
scared
the
of
zoo?
the truth. People are scared of providing information to their children and learning about the many different causes around the world that we should be paying attention to. As long as they're satisfying their own personal gratification and self-interest and needs and their greed and all of that stuff, people don't care. We're standing out here, 1 in 50 people want to hear what we have to say. 1 in 1,000 people might go home if we're that lucky. People don't care.
We actually saw people returning to their car after reading the leaflet. So,
Yeah, but the ratio is so minuscule.
but every kind of
yeah.
action definitely helps. Thank you.
It did help. It did help a lot, you know? Free Billy, free Billy, free Billy. Teach your children.
Find out more information about him. Free Billy.
Teach your children.
Oh yeah, I'll just take these then.
A bracelet? No, I don't. Oh, cool.
Oh yeah, of course. Without the drum, Victoria. Hi, nice to meet you. Yeah, without the drum, I didn't recognize you. Yeah, you're new. How you doing, Robin? Yeah.
Yeah, people should go to sanctuaries instead of the zoo, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Are there any sanctuaries that you would recommend in this area?
There is one in Nashville. It's Paws
Nashville?
Sanctuary. The gal that used to run this organization, Catherine Doyle, is over there. She's a director over there. Another great one that I love so much is the Wildlife Animal Sanctuary in Keensburg, Colorado. It is fabulous. Instead of being right down with the animals, you're on a bridge and you can see the animals in their environment and they're out there alive. And Pat has taken them from the ADI organization, rescued them and taken them, and he also gets meat and other food from Walmart out there in Keensburg, Colorado, and he's able to feed them and keep this going, and it's just a wonderful educational spot.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Do you know the story of the zoo trustee? What's even worse? The plan, sure, yeah.
So, what is your name?
I'm Simon.
Can you just stand over here, please? The light. Speak up.
I'm Simon. Well, what Kirsten has shared with us is that the zoo trustees want to develop the zoo into like an amusement park, basically. They want to add roller coasters and restaurants, and they want to actually diminish the amount of resources spent on the animals.
That's wonderful. No?
This is terrible.
Oh, really?
This is a worse situation for the animals.
But maybe they will get rid of the animals completely and let them go to sanctuaries.
Well, no, we don't think so. The animals are going to be the draw, and then it's going to be this like Disneyland.
But isn't that a sign that the animals don't attract enough people to be profitable if they change it to an amusement park?
The animals are being used like a live mascot for an amusement park, which is even worse, I think.
Yeah.
What we'd like is, because they have to apply for this money, and there are public hearings about how they can use this money. So what we'd like to do is go and say, look, instead of developing an amusement park, develop a sanctuary right here in LA. Then we can take in animals who are in need from all over the world. And we can give them we can serve the animals better. We can give them a home that they actually deserve, that simulates their home in the wild, rather than putting them in a concrete box with steel bars.
Yeah, we don't want less animals in the zoo, but no animals, right?
Or better yet, instead of a zoo, turn this land into a sanctuary.
Yeah.
Turn this land into a sanctuary. Then people, humans, can still come and visit the animals in a much more respectful way. In a way that's more educational, more humane, that has decency for the animals. Rather than now, which is, looking at the animals like they're in a fish tank.
Yeah, and they're all depressed and sick, and they've been here in captivity for over 20 years, right?
Yes, and the saddest thing about Billy the elephant is that he had a family, and what they did, because the zoo wanted to make money, so they sold off his girlfriend, they sold off his child, and then they wanted to keep making money from him. So they try to force him to ejaculate so they can use his sperm to impregnate other cow elephants. And the way they do this is really disgusting. The zookeepers actually lock him in a chute where he can't move, and they actually penetrate him with their arm, and they try to force him to ejaculate this way. I mean, it's so gross and wrong.
It is. And if it happens here, it also happens in other zoos, right?
Yes, because they're treated like breeding machines.
Yeah.
They're a source of profit for the zoo. And this has been done. This horrible scenario has happened over 50 times. This is documented. Kirsten actually has found the public records of the veterinarians who performed this.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. Oh God. So we will be here more than once, and so this place is a sanctuary.
He's actually one of our big animals. I love him.
I just want to sometimes